Hi everybody, Angie here, coming on to do a little fun make with you guys. I have just recently found a really cute way to make an ephemera holder pouch, and I may be a little late to the game on this one, but when I saw this, I saw it on Pinterest. I thought it was just the really cutest thing, so I pulled out a few pieces of paper and had to play with it, and I kind of figured out the folds and how it is put together. Now this may not be the only way to do it, but this is the way that I came up with doing it. So I thought I would come on and share it with you guys if it's something that you have not done yet. And I am going to do it with one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. Now I'm just using copy paper just to show you the scores and how the folds are going to take place. And then over here I have my pieces where I'm actually going to make the project with you guys with some cardstock. Okay, now I'm going to be using one-sided cardstock. The way the folds are going, if it's something that you may want to do, you may want to use two-sided paper. So then you have less decorating to do, but that's totally up to you how you want to decorate it. Okay, but two-sided paper would keep it really simple. This is a very fun, very cute little project. Using two-sided decorated paper would just simplify the project that much more. Okay, now like I said, I'm using 8.5 by 11 paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to put your paper on your scoreboard, and you're going to put it in what is that, portrait mode, way, and we're gonna, my score line is over on the right. Okay, so where you start, you're gonna come in and you're gonna score it at 2 1/8. Okay, and you're gonna score that paper all the way down. Okay, and basically what we're doing is we're kind of doing a frame around your paper, and you're gonna score it at 2 1/8 all the way around. Now you can stop there, turn it, do 2 1/8, turn it, do it, turn 1/8 to, or however you want to do it, or just come all the way over here to, what is that, 6, and, well, I'm just going to turn it around because I didn't write my measurements down, see? So it's totally up to you. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do 2 1/8. Okay, and then I'm going to do it in portrait mode, landscape mode, I'm sorry, and you're going to do 2 1/8. And then you're going to turn it around on the other side, and you're going to score it at 2 1/8. So that's what you've got right there so far. Okay, and that's it for our score lines that you need your scoreboard for. Okay, so we can put that away, get that out of the way. We're going to do a little bit more folding, but we don't need the scoreboard for that. Okay, now from here we will go ahead and crease our folds. Now when we do so, we want these two folds, when you have it in portrait mode, okay, we want our folds to come in and meet. Not necessarily touch, but meet. We don't want them to overlap, okay? This page is 8.5, so 2 1/8 and 2 1/8 is half of that, which is 4 1/4, which will meet, these edges will meet right in the middle. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now, and we're going to get those creases, and this is on white paper, so I can't really see my score lines too well. Okay, and make sure your edges all line up, everything's nice and straight and smooth. And see, there we go. They're right, almost touching, but not quite. Okay, and we could get a little bit closer if you wanted to, but that's fine. Okay, so those are our first two creases, and now we're going to crease the other two. And we're going to get our edges all lined up really nice, and we're going to put a nice smooth burnish on those. Okay. All right, so there we go. And I'm just going to reinforce those with my bone folder and go over those again. And this is what you would normally do when you're actually making the project, okay? So that's what we've got right there, okay? Now I'm calling this my Origami Fold ephemera holder, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to, either end, you can start at the top or the bottom. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to bring that fold up, okay? Now what we're going to do is where the origami fold part starts. We're going to bring this corner right here, and we're going to line this crease up with this edge fold here, okay? We're going to come in. We don't want it to hang over. Can you guys see that? We don't want it to go over. We want the folds to be nice and neat. So we're just going to bring it right up to there, and I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any buckles in my little corner here, because as we fold, we're building up the paper, okay? We've already folded once, so this is going to be 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. So there's going to get a little bit of a bulk in that corner. So you just want to make sure you get it just as smooth as you can. Pinch it in the corner, use your fingers, hold your paper in place. Okay, when you got these edges lined up right here, okay, use your fingers and line up that edge and crease that down, just like that. And we're gonna get a nice corner fold like that, okay? So then we've got something like that, okay? So this is how it was before. We take the middle score line, match it up to the bottom fold, hold it in place, lay it over, and crease that fold down, just like that. Okay, so let's do the next one. We're going to take this crease line fold here. We're going to come in. I'm going to turn it so I can see a little bit better. Again, I'm going to check my corners. I don't want it to get all buckled up in that corner. Pinch it. I'm going to line this fold line up with this fold line. Okay. When I have it right where I want it, I'm going to hold it down. And like I said, we're going to have a little bit of bulk, so it might want to try and move on you, so just give it a good hold. Okay, get that corner nice and smooth, and run your finger up. And it kind of moved on me. See how it's kind of got that buckle there? So let's go back. And see, it's kind of got a little bit of, so sometimes if that bulk, you got to kind of play with it a little bit. So let's check our line and bring that down just a little, because we want those edges to line up nice. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this is an ephemera holder, and you know, we want our little pieces to look as pretty as can be, so we want our creases and our folds and our edges to be nice and smooth. There we go. Okay, so there we go. We've got that side. See, so we have something like this, kind of like a W fold. So that comes in and meets in the middle. Okay, so then we're going to do the same with the other side. I'm going to show you again. We're going to bring this end up. Start at the left. This fold, we're going to watch out for not too much bulk and bulkiness in this corner here. We're going to bring this fold over, line it up with this fold. Okay, nice and easy. It's very easy. Like I said, you just don't want to get too much bulk in that corner. You want it to, everything to be, all your folds to be nice and smooth. Okay, when you get your edge lined up, I'm going to bring this up and over and fold it and crease it down and give it a nice burnish. See how our corners are nice and crisp and straight. Okay, so there we go. Last one. This fold is going to line up with this fold. Okay, I'm going to turn it again. Make sure I get my corner nice and smooth. I don't have it all bulky. And then when I got it in place, I'm going to hold it and give it a firm press down and burnish it. There we go. And that's the fold that we have, just like that. And once you have all 4 side edges scored and folded over and in, you end up with a piece using an 8.5 by 11. Your finished piece ends up being 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, and that's basically it. And then from there, you decorate it. But now that we've got the creases and the folds down, I'm going to bring my actual project pieces in, and we're going to do it again together, okay? So I've already got my score lines, 2 1/8, turn it, 2 1/8, turn it, 2 1/8, and the fourth turn, 2 1/8, okay? Then we're going to crease our folds. Get them nice and crisp. With your bone folder. And they're right up, butting up next to each other. We don't want them any tighter than that. Okay, there we go. Okay, then do the other ones. Give it a good burnish. All right, then we're going to do the little origami folds. Again, I'll start at the bottom. This fold is going to meet this fold. Now this is thicker paper, so there's going to be more resistance when I make that fold, and it's going to want to bulk up in those corners. So again, that's why it's really important to get those creases really smooth, and just take your time with the fold. Okay, kind of work the paper nice and slow, pinch it, bring the edge down when you have it lined up, and even. Hold it in place and bring it down. See, and it's a little hard, it's a little harder to fold it because the paper is thicker. And there we go, there's the first corner. Okay, so let's do the second one. I'm going to turn it so I can see a little bit better. Make sure I don't get too much bulk in that corner. Line up my edges. When I got it in place, give it a little pinch and slowly work that fold up diagonal. Okay, then we got it in place. We're gonna give it a good crease. There we go. Let's do the other side and turn it around just so it's closer, so I don't have my head in your way, so I can see, we can both see what we're doing here. Okay, so turn the paper around and do the same thing with the other two folds. Line up your edges, and then give it a little pinch in the corner. When you've got it in place, hold this edge and slowly walk the diagonal fold up. Once you got it in, give it a good burnish. Flatten it out really nicely. And one more. Okay. And there we go. That's what we've got right there, guys. Okay. Now from there we just do a little bit of gluing, and we've got our ephemera holder. But before we do the gluing, I'm going to do a little light decorating on that. Okay, so if you want to do any liners like I'm doing now, you probably want to do that before you do your gluing. It just makes everything a little bit easier. I have cut down a couple pieces of paper, just scrap that I had laying around. And like I said, this is 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. So I cut this piece just barely shy of that, so it would fit snug right inside there. And this is, again, Designer Series paper. It's like cardstock also, so that will just reinforce this project even more, having that second layer. Okay. Now this piece is going to be opened and closed quite a bit with your ephemera in there, so I do suggest you use a good sturdy paper. I wouldn't recommend using like copy paper or, you know, something of along that weight, excuse me, because you know, because the use being open and closed, it'll probably end up tearing on you, and it won't last very long. So I definitely recommend using a little heavier weight paper. So that's why I'm lining the bottom, and I'm going to line 2 of the sides that I'm going to be using as the opening portion to kind of reinforce that and strengthen it. Okay, so then I'm just going to snugly put this right down in there, like so. And if I measured it right, it fits right inside, just like that. Okay, now we're going to glue these closed a little bit, and when we do, it's going to fit like this. So this is my outer portion that I want decorated here. So I'm going to put these 2 liners right there. Now if you want to, you can go all the way around and decorate it all the way around. Totally up to you. Okay, so these are my sides that I need to decorate. So I'm just going to flip it over and put these down. And my hand is a little wobbly, but we're going to get this glued. And if I measured it right, it should fit right in there. If I need to trim it down, pretty good. I'm not usually that lucky. All right, let's do the other side. I saw this and I just thought it was one of the cutest things. It's flat enough to where if you don't put too much pieces, ephemera pieces in there, you can just tuck it into a journal. You can use it in addition to a journal. You can use it separately as its own piece, just as an ephemera holder on its own. You can tuck it in with a journal. It'd be a great gift. Make one of these, decorate it really nice, put a few ephemera pieces in there, and give it to a nice crafty friend. That would be lovely. Okay. So here's what we've got this way. Here's what we've got that way. Okay. And that really makes it really good and sturdy. Okay. Now from there, all we can do is a couple pieces, a little bit of gluing, and our piece is done. Okay. So we want it to be like this, and we're going to take it corner by corner. Okay. So from here, we're going to glue this to this and this to this. So then when you open it, it goes like so. Do you see that work? How that works? Okay, and we're just going to go around and do all 4 sides. Okay, and you want to really make sure you get your corners glued down really well, because that's kind of where the pressure point is when you open and close this, is those corners. Okay, so really make sure you get those corners glued down really well. Right there. Okay, just going to give that a little press. Okay. And then this to this, like so. And I don't necessarily know that my paper choices go that well together. I just used scrap pieces that I have left. But, you know, the decorating part is completely up to you. Okay, as little decorating or as much. So there we go. That's our boxed origami folded corner once it's glued in. Do you see how that mechanic part works? Okay, so then we're going to go all the way around and do all 4 sides like that. Okay. That's going to get glued down. And then this one's going to get glued down. burnish that glue down again, spread it around, and bring it into all the corners and edges. Do that. And there we go. Okay, so there's that corner. Just like that. And you see, really close, see how this is kind of sticking out just a little bit? I knew I wouldn't make it all the way around without a piece. And it's not a big deal. It's just going to kind of catch right there and kind of rub. But if I want, I can just trim that off. Totally up to you. And then again, that's just the bulk, and with the folds, it just kind of pushes the paper out, kind of similar to when we make a signature and we put multiple pieces of paper together and it just pushes the paper out. Okay, so see, there we go. Now it's nice and smooth right there because I just cut that little teeny bit away. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over. We're going to do the glue on the other side. Okay. Bring that in. Give that a second to catch. And then glue this piece down as well. All right, one more and we are done, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't even ask. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's doing good. I am doing good. The weather is beautiful here today. We get to enjoy a little bit of nice weather all week before we get some more snow on Friday night, so I am loving it. I was outside for a little bit today. My dogs are loving it. Very nice weather. It's mid-50s. Love it. All right. It's kind of awkward once you get to the last corner there. And just glue that last one down. All right. It is down. And that's it, guys, right there. That is our origami folded ephemera pouch, just like that. Okay. Then when you open it up, you can put some little bits and pieces in there, just like that. Okay. And of course, they need to be flat pieces. I'm trying to see what I have on my desk here that I can throw in there. Got some stuff over here just to show you. Okay, put a few pieces in there. See, and that's a nice large one. See, so our space is 4 1/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, so tuck some pieces in there, and down we go. And then this can be clipped into a journal. And then just decide on what type of closure you want. You can just do a ribbon closure if you want. The piece of sari silk would be lovely. Something like that. Okay, and then once the paper has had time to settle, it won't be quite as bulky. We just folded it, and like I said, but look at that. Isn't that adorable? And I just have it loosely tied. Okay. Then you open it up, and you've got some really pretty pieces. Again, there may be another way to do this to get rid of a little bit of bulk. I'm sure I could cut away one layer of that fold so it's not quite so bulky in the corners. But this is more than efficient, more than doable for me. I like it. It's nice and sturdy. Okay. And it's very attractive. I thought it was really, really cute. Okay, you could do a belly band. I don't have any paper in front of me, but a belly band closure would be really nice. This is just a piece of paper that I was practicing on the fold. let's say you wanted to do, I'm just gonna, we all know how to do belly bands, but just for general purpose, say we were to make a belly band. I'm just using this scrap piece of paper for the moment. Okay, make ourselves a nice little belly band, decorate the front of it. That would be really cute as well. Using what I've got on hand just to give you guys an idea. And you don't want it too tight, you want it loose enough to where you can slide it on and off, of course. Okay, and there we go. I'll say, for instance, this was our belly band. Okay, would make a really, really cute addition to the piece. And which is what I would probably do. I'd probably do a belly band or just a pretty piece of ribbon. Okay, just like that. Okay, guys, so if you haven't seen this before, give it a try. Cute, cute piece. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and then just decorate it however you see fit. All right, so that's my project for today, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, close this one up. If I can get my fingers to work here. Yep. Very, very cute. All right, that's it, guys, just like that. That's my origami folded ephemera pouch. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time with me today. Until the next video, guys, you know what time it is. God bless and bye-bye.